Hi everyone, good evening. Welcome back to another Stocks by Request session where we talk about the top stocks that you guys requested via social media. So for this video, I want to talk about SM, ACEN, Ali, PHA, BDO, and APL. On the previous video, we did a deep dive also on telco stocks because Dito broke out from the resistance. Converge also started to have a large move. Then we also gave you an update on what was happening across PLDT and Globe. So I liked your responses on that video, by the way. There were people who were Team Dito. There were people who were still saying that PLDT and Globe is still the game because they're big and it will be a harder chance for them to get beaten. And people also like Converge because the broadband market is something that's very, very big and very, very lucrative still in the Philippines. So now we're going to look at the stocks that in general no had quite a bit also of value turnover as we closed last Friday. So I want to start everything off with the biggest stock in terms of market capitalization in the Philippines. I'm talking about SM, and SM closed at 1,039. It was up 0.58%. Value turnover was 415 million pesos. Please do note that at 415 million pesos, that was already around 5% of the total value turnover for the day because we just had around 8.29 billion pesos of value turnover last Friday. So if you look at the chart here, nothing has changed from the last update also that I did. It's still consolidating. SM as of now is still consolidating. However, RSI already has crossed up, bounced from oversold levels, and if you'll allow me to zoom in here, you'll see this. The cross up of the RSI is also synchronous to the bounce from the 100-day moving average. It's also synchronous to the bounce from the 977 support level. So please remember, those who attended our Stock Smart sessions, a couple of things. What we're seeing, the bounce from oversold levels got confirmed because it bounced already from a 977 support level. It also bounced from 100-day moving average. And one thing that I'd like to note from last Friday, it hit a 20 and 50-day resistance level, and that's where also the moving average is. You also have MACD showing you here a change in direction. So that being said, one thing to watch out for Monday is if the buying is strong enough to make it break past the 20 and 50-day moving average, brought about also by the signal that MACD gave us. So what do you watch out for Monday? Watch out for the break between the 20 and 50-day moving average. That means it goes above the 1,044 level. If it does, then there's a possibility, a shot, a narrative that SM goes back to 196 over the short term. If it does not, then we may see a reversal right here to the 977 support level. So that's the possible progression. That's the possible range where we are seeing SM. So I repeat, the whole sideways consolidation for SM is still pretty much intact. 977 support, 1,096 main resistance, but currently, as of now, it's floating at the 20 and 50-day moving average, which is acting as a resistance for the stock. MACD, cross up, RSI bouncing from oversold levels. So there, to people who are watching live right now in TikTok, hello to all of you. So you can expect this every time I'm recording for YouTube, especially for Stocks by Request. I'm owning my TikTok videos live because I'm currently also enjoying doing behind the scenes videos here on TikTok. So to everyone in YouTube and TikTok enjoying this, comment below if this is something that's helping you and adding massive value for all of you. Now let's look at ACEN. ACEN had a lot of movement because of the SRO, but above and beyond the SRO, it tried to dip down. It consolidated, and it's quite clear right now that the main support that we are seeing for ACEN is at the 5.8 level because that's where the main uptrend is right now for ACEN. And it bounced there also a couple of days ago. But not just that, it broke past the 6.64 resistance level, which is where also the 20 and 50-day moving average is. It tried to push up, but if you'll see it right here, it's so clear that the 8 peso level, 7.95 level, blocked it right there. So after hitting the resistance at the 7.94 level, red candle, then after another red candle, then yesterday, if you look at ACEN, it closed at 7.22%. It was slightly up. Value turnover was 400 million pesos, but it was still, um, I guess what one thing that you could do is this: wait for the next candle because of this indecision. If it opens and moves lower than the 7.22 mark, so there's a possibility, a shot that it could retrace further back to the 20-day moving average, back to the 50-day moving average, as close as it can be to the 6.65 level. But that being said, if the 6.65 level would possibly hold its ground, then the possible narrative is you could possibly see it somehow no consolidate 6.65 level support, 7.94 level resistance for the short term. And as I start to zoom out here, you will see this, that it's pushing forward no with this particular upward trend, but it's moving towards this massive larger range where ACEN is. So please remember, this movement up was because of the SRO, this movement down also was because of the SRO, and now we have data past the SRO already. We are now seeing it starting to consolidate and start to move sideways. So that's where we are right now for ACEN. Comment below if you're learning. Comment if this is something that's helping you. And before I continue, for those who are new watching this channel, please do note that no matter how we talk about this, we talk about specific stocks here. This is not me telling you what to buy or what to sell or what to hold or what to avoid, but this is me sharing my ideologies on how I look at a certain stock based on what the technicals are telling us. Because at the end of the day, it's all about technical analysis, that everything you need to know is found on the charts. Everything you need to know is predicated on what the technicals are telling us. So right after this, do your research, do your own due diligence. Do not buy a stock just because you hear it off YouTube. It's very, very important for you to know that it's your money, it's your responsibility. Anyways, let's continue. Let's go and let's do this. Next stock that I'd like to talk about is Ayala Land. Ayala Land, again, one of the one of the bigger large cap stocks that we have. And as you can see right here, main resistance right now is at the 41.9 level. Main support that we have is, if you could peg it, I think it's at the 36.24 level. So the main range right now that we're seeing for Ali, 36.25. Resistance is 41.9. May lang ako sa TikTok. Rads, Michael, hello to you. And to everyone who's joining us on TikTok. 36.25 main support level. That's where the 100-day moving average is. And the main resistance right now is 41.9. So the movement that we're seeing right now is from the bounce from oversold levels, which we're seeing right here, which also coincides to this large green candle that we're seeing, which coincides to this cross up from our from oversold levels. So that being said, main resistance that we have, no, not main, but short-term resistance that we have right now is basically here, 20 and 50-day moving average, similar to ACEN. If it bounces or breaks past this level, then it's just gonna head to the current resistance right now at the 42 peso level. So Ali consolidating, it has been doing that already since November. So it's now on the third month of its consolidation. Main resistance is what I've mentioned, is at the 41.9 level. Main support is at the 36.25 level for the stock. But over the short term, you have the 20 and 50-day moving averages acting as its resistance. So there. So far, we talked about SM, ACEN, Ali. Let's talk about PHA, which also had its fair share, of movement. As you can see, support level bounced from the 50-day moving average. Resistance right now is right here. So what we saw last Friday is, number one, is it's continually pushing towards this. So it's a very, very clear bounce from the 1.56 support level, and currently it's staying above the 20-day moving average. It's not overbought, it's not oversold right now. The entire MACD as of this time, even if you're including the downward push that we saw, is still pretty much above the zero line crossing, denoting that this upward trend is still pretty much intact. So that being said, if you want to analyze this further, the bounce from this 20-day moving average has a shot to go here at the 3.24 resistance level. So a couple of things going for PHA. Successful bounce from 1.56, breakout from 20-day moving average, 50, 100-day, 200-day moving averages are still bullish. MACD is still above zero. RSI is neither overbought nor oversold. So that's what's interesting about technical analysis, and that's what I like about looking at the charts, is you don't have to ask your friends on what stock you're supposed to buy. You don't have to listen to the opinions of other people. You don't have to look for news or chismes or speculation, because everything you need to know can be found in the charts. Everything that you need to know to help you become successful, you can find it right here, right now, and you don't have to guess. You don't have to speculate. You just have to look and analyze it as what it is. So next one, I want to talk about BDO. They find ways and pretty consistent also. I want to show this. Main sideways motion for BDO is same thing, 84 support, 115 resistance, and that's its main progression right here. Short term, you will see this. Somewhere around 100, you have your main support, which it has touched already start of January and bounced, and it happened again start of February also and bounced. Today lang though, we saw this breakout from the 20-day moving average, breakout from the 50-day moving average, breakout from the 107 peso resistance level. So that if that progression would continue, the next possible area for which it will go is at the 115 peso resistance level. So RSI is not anymore oversold. It just bounced from it actually just a couple of days ago. And if you look at MACD, it's trying to cross back up again to the zero line level. So all eyes right now, if you would want to watch BDO also for the day, it's basically this 108 support. If that holds, then the breakout from last Friday is pretty much intact. If that does not, if and if it holds also and solidifies itself as a support, next possible area for it to go is at the 115 level as an area of resistance. So I repeat, 108 level support, then you have your 115 level of resistance as well. So 108 is where 20 and 50-day moving average is. 115 is where your resistance. If the 108 level does not hold the next possible area or the landing spot, it's just pretty much going to go back close to where the 100-day moving average is, and the 99.76 level support is for the stock. So that's where we are for BDO. And lastly, I want to end everything with APL. Before that, also, for those who want to know more about me, in the description below, you can check. I think we have schedules for our Zoom stock market course, which is happening end of February. That will purely be technical analysis. I think it will be 2 weekends, Saturday, Sunday, and then 4-hour courses each for that particular subject and topic. And we have videos, more videos on YouTube on technical analysis. I'll put the description below. And then for those who want to learn more from my books, they're all available via Shopee. They're in the description as well. And you can send messages to me via our Patreon account and IG, and to everyone from TikTok joining us. Thank you behind the scenes on how I record my stocks by request sessions. So lastly, APL. This is how it looks like. So you have a support level here at the 0.168, which is very, very close to the 50-day moving average. And then you have the resistance still here at the 20-day moving average. So if you look at it from January 26 to where we are right now, there has been no changes from the resistance to the support. It's still pretty much consolidating as of this point in time. So APL is consolidating. Support is at the 50-day moving average. 0.17 is your level of support protected by the 50-day moving average. And then 0.25 is your resistance protected by the 20-day moving average. MACD is not showing us a change in direction yet. RSI is not yet oversold. Breakout from the 20-day moving average will bring the stock to the next resistance at the 0.44 level. So that's it for APL. So we talked about SM, ACEN, Ali, PHA, BDO, APL. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a live video later in YouTube, but let's see how that would possibly progress. But if you guys have any questions, also feel free to put them in the comments section down below. So there, I hope you guys got a lot from this. This is Marvin Yermo. I hope this video helped you. And before I put this to an end, please, 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 I highly encourage you, use this weekend or use whatever free time you have to continue to learn, to continue to build your skill, to continue to grow. Because at the end of the day, you can only go as far as the information that you feed yourself. But don't just make it information. Don't just let it stop there. Execute, invest. Don't waste the prime years of your life wasting it. Invest it, save it, take yourself closer and closer and closer to your dreams of financial freedom. So that's it for now. Marvin Germo, I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.